Are you interested in becoming a holistic healer? Are you interested in entering into the new and emerging field of health coaching and becoming the healer of your home and your community and building a profitable online health coaching business? Well, what is health coaching anyways, and what do health coaches do? Well, basically, health coaching is a model for healing, and it's a model that is drastically different from the established model that we have today, the established medical model. So in our world today, the modern medical system, the modern model of healing, it goes something like this. You get sick, right? And you don't know what to do. You have to go to a doctor. And the doctor's the expert and he knows what to do. And usually what he does is he gives you a pill, antibiotic, or whatever it is that whatever kind of medication that he gives you. And what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to take this magic pill and get better. And it doesn't even matter what you eat or what you think or your living situation or anything else. All that matters is that when you're sick, you go to the doctor, you take a pill, and then you get better. That is a simplified version of the standard medical model. And so we have the medical doctor who is the expert in a white coat with a stethoscope around his neck. And he has all the answers, and you're not supposed to question him. But we all know that the modern medical system is failing. In fact, we also know that iatrogenic errors are actually the third leading cause of death in America. And some argue that it is the first leading cause of death. And an iatrogenic error is one that is caused by the modern medical system, whether it be the doctors or the pharmaceuticals that are prescribed, or even other kinds of interventions, even if they are correctly prescribed and even if they are correctly delivered. An iatrogenic error simply means that you died because of the medical system, not necessarily because of the disease. And it doesn't mean that the doctor misprescribed anything to you. It could mean that it is the side effects of the medication that was correctly prescribed to you that becomes the cause of death for you. So sadly, the modern medical model does not address true health and healing, neither the causes of diseases. In fact, it is not beneficial for them to do so. It actually harms the business of modern medicine to give us true holistic health and healing knowledge. Okay, so that is the old modern medical, it's modern, we use it today, but it's old and it's fading and it's transitioning to the future of health and healing. And the future is really with health coaches. So in contrast to the standard modern medical model of healing, we have the emerging health coaching model. And the reason why it's become so popular lately is because it is a much better model for true holistic health and healing. So what's the difference? Well, let's look at the word coach, okay? So the very earliest use of that word coach actually had to do with, the horse and buggy, and the part where humans sat in, the buggy part, that was pulled by the horse, that was called the coach, okay? That was a coach. And so that means that the coach was the part, was this device that brought humans to their desired destination, brought them to where they wanted to be. That's exactly what health coaches do. They help people attain their holistic health and healing goals. They help you arrive to a place that you want to be in terms of health and healing. Now let's look at the use of the word coach when it comes to the athletic world. A coach is a person who is experienced in, whatever sport that he's helping to coach, and he has helped many others to attain that kind of success as well. So when someone works with a coach, whether it's a private coach to help you get onto a team, for example, or whether it's a team coach, basically it's that coach's job to help give you strategy, tips, support. He helps to educate you, inspire you to keep your morale up, and to be a believer that you can do this, you can win the game, whether it's a one particular athlete or the whole entire team. He helps to raise the morale, right? And so that's exactly what a health coach does as well. A health coach is there to educate, inspire, and support people in their holistic health and healing journey. Now, one important aspect of this is that a coach, at least for an athletic team, they have to have experienced a level of success themselves in order to be taken seriously as a coach, right? But it's funny that statistically, actually, doctors are known to be very unhealthy people. They have high suicide rates. They have high addiction rates, oftentimes to prescription medicines, partly because they have such easy access to it. And I know this because I talk to a lot of medical doctors and other health professionals. And we even have some of them studying in our school, in our program. And, they know little about, nutrition. It's funny because we're often told we, legally always have to say that you have to check with your doctor to see if it's safe for you to, go on this new diet or do this exercise. But the problem is medical doctors spend very little, if anything at all, studying health, nutrition, and other things that provide actual true holistic health and healing. I mean, there's doctors that are overweight, even obese, or, have other health issues. And there's also many stories of doctors, for example, cancer doctors who are, have for a long period of time given chemotherapy or radiation to their patients. But when it comes to a time when they themselves contract cancer, or someone in their family, like a loved one or even a close friend, gets cancer, they actually advise them not to take that chemotherapy or radiation, but instead, that's when they take the time to learn more about holistic health and healing ways to heal cancer. Isn't that interesting? In my experience, I've known many health professionals to do that. They are not willing to take themselves or to give their own family members or close friends the treatments that they are giving to their own patients. It's a very sad, sad story. And when did we ever go to a doctor because we found them to be perfect pictures, or at least good pictures of holistic health and healing? No. Usually we go to medical doctors simply because we have been conditioned and trained that that is the right thing to do, and that's the only thing to do. Well, people are breaking out of this programming, and they are realizing that if they really want to heal themselves, that they can't just go to a standard medical doctor. So what do health coaches do? Well, let me share with you a few things that I do to help my clients and students. First of all, I do not diagnose, treat, or prescribe anything for illness or disease. because I'm not a medical doctor, and we're not allowed to do that. Only medical doctors can do that. So what do? Well, first of all, I get to know my students, okay? And I prefer to call my the people that I work with students, because that is really the kind of relationship that we have. I see myself as a teacher as well as an encourager and a supporter. Now, so I get to know them, because you can't help them unless you fully understand where they are and what they're coming from. Okay, so I get to know them as much as I can, and what their problems are, when they started, what they're doing, etc., who they live with, what they believe, because things that you believe about health and healing, or even other things in life, can affect how your progress goes. Okay, even religious beliefs can affect that. So I get to know my student, and then after that, I start teaching them and giving them resources to study. And I never tell them, what to do. I never tell them to eat this or eat that or take this herb or vitamin or supplement or anything like that. I never tell people what to do. I only teach them principles and things that have worked for others in the past, maybe myself or someone else. But I don't know. I don't know what will work for each person. The person has to take it upon themselves to go on that journey. I'm only a guide in their journey to holistic health and healing. So what kind of things do I teach my students? Well, one of the things that I teach, one of the first things, is I teach the fundamental principles for holistic health and healing. And I don't know any doctor that teaches this to their patients, on doctor visits. Okay, I teach them what is healthy and what is not. Usually a doctor will only go into this kind of teaching once you already have some kind of chronic disease, such as diabetes or high blood pressure. Okay, but that is not a good time to start teaching someone after they've already developed very bad habits that are possibly going to kill them very soon. That's the worst. That's a terrible time to start teaching them holistic health and healing principles. Not only that, but usually medical doctors don't even give them a very full or complete instruction or picture of what they need to do. They just drop them these little things that may not even be true. Actually, a lot of times the information that medical doctors have are outdated and even false. So now, I'm not saying that there aren't good holistic doctors out there, but they are few and far between. And actually, that's another thing that I do for my students very early on, is I help them find a good holistic medical doctor that will be supportive of their journey to healing themselves naturally. And if a doctor says that that's not possible, then we will keep looking until we find one, because although there aren't very many, they do exist, and I usually am able to help them find someone near them. Okay, but so I help them to understand the principles of holistic health and healing, and I also help them to understand things that they need to detox from, and how detoxification can be done. Detoxing in terms of the things that we put into our body, as well as the things that we put onto our body, such as soaps and lotions and cleaners and stuff like that, as well as toxins that are in our environment, such as EMFs and different things that can be contributing to their health problems. Okay, so I teach them the principles of what is healthy and what is toxic. Okay, another thing that I teach is I teach what good nutrition looks like. I don't tell them what to eat or what not to eat. I just teach them what is healthy to eat and not healthy to eat. And they can make up their decision on their own on how to take the information. I'll point them to resources, whether it be books or videos, to learn these things that I'm talking about, health principles or toxins or nutrition and whatnot. And then I also teach them about beneficial herbs and supplements that they can take in order to support their immune system. And again, I don't tell them what to take or to take anything. I just teach them what can be taken and what has successfully been taken by others in the past. And you know what? There's no one size fits all model for anything or anyone. So I really can't tell someone, hey, you need to take this in order to get better, because I don't know that. The person really has to digest the information and make up their own mind. And that's the thing with health coaching is health coaches believe that people are intelligent and powerful and capable of making their own health and healing decisions. Whereas in the medical model, they are taught to be helpless, powerless, and to just blindly follow whatever their doctor says. It's a big, huge difference. So another thing that we teach, besides the herbs and supplements, is we teach our students and our clients how to have the right kind of mindset in order to attain holistic health and healing, okay? And help them to get rid of limiting beliefs and maybe even help them to get out of situations or even relationships that may be contributing to their health problems. So now that you know, or at least have a little picture of what a health coach does, let's go to our next question that a lot of people ask, which is, who can become a health coach? Well, at Aruka.com, although we have health professionals such as medical doctors and nurses and medical technicians learning to become a health coach with us, we actually have even more people that have no health or medical background at all whatsoever, but they do have a passion and interest in the field of holistic health and healing. And they also have a great willingness to serve people and help them find their fullest potential as healthy human beings. So the answer is basically anyone can become a health coach or can at least learn the health coaching model. So how does someone become a health coach? Well, the typical way for people to become health coaches is they get health coach certification. Now, the problem with most health coach certification programs out there is multifaceted. So one problem with a lot of health coach certifications is that they are very shallow. They're very shallow. They don't teach very much about holistic health and healing. They may teach about the health coaching model, but the model without any kind of powerful healing knowledge is useless, right? If you have the structure, but you have no substance, you have nothing really. You have nothing to help people with. Okay, so at our school at Aruka.com, we teach not only health coaching, which is a model, but we also teach true holistic health and healing principles. We teach the foundational health principles. We teach about toxins in our environment, both the things that, we put within us and things that are outside of us. And we teach how to detox from that. We teach about various nutrition and diet theories. We also teach about orthomolecular nutrition or megadose vitamin therapy and supplementation. We also teach herbalism, which is basically the ancient healing art, okay, herbalism. And we teach also naturopathy, which is basically all the other, fields of holistic health and healing that have emerged in our day that the herbalists of old did not have access to. So we teach all these things in our program so that a health coach is properly equipped to be a health coach and isn't just, giving fluff or being a cheerleader of sorts, okay? And that's why our students achieve such great success. That's why I have medical doctors who come to me for advice on holistic health and healing. It's not just because of my training as a health coach. No, it's because of my training in naturopathy and herbalism, which includes nutrition and detoxification, orthomolecular nutrition or orthomolecular medicine as well. So it's a very deep and comprehensive education that we offer at aruka.com and through our Aruka Health Coach certification program. So the last thing I'd like to talk about is health coaching jobs and salaries, health coaching salaries. So when it comes to a health coaching job, really, I think that's not really understanding what health coaches are really for. There aren't a lot of jobs that I would personally take for health coaches. They usually don't pay very well. The power of health coaching is not in trying to get a job as a health coach, okay? The truth is no one is looking for a health coach. People are looking for solutions to their health and healing problems. And so if you're wanting to be a health coach, you need to know that you can make a lot of money as a health coach, but not if you're looking for a job, okay? So at aruka.com, we teach online business and marketing because this is really how successful health coaches make a decent living, is by having their own online business in health coaching. Typically what's done is, the successful health coaches, we will pick a niche, okay, and a specific health problem. For example, some profitable health coaching niches would include a health coach that specializes in irritable bowel disorder, someone that specializes in binge eating, someone that specializes in autoimmune disorders, or a gut health coach, things like that. These are very profitable health coaching niches. And so this is really how to have success and become a lucrative and highly paid health coach. And also, I believe that the online business model is just the best model to attaining freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. I've successfully been working from home since 2004. I've been working from home since 2004, and I would never go back to having a job. I was actually formerly a computer scientist / engineer at the NASA Ames Research Center. And although I loved working there and I loved what I did, it was an exciting environment and exciting projects, nothing has been able to match the salary that I receive as an entrepreneur and an online entrepreneur specifically. And so that's what we focus on at aruka.com, at the Aruka Holistic Life Academy, in our Aruka Health Coach certification program, is we teach, the health coaching and the naturopathic herbalism, but also we teach the powerful model of online business as well as marketing. So if you are interested in all these things that I've been talking about and becoming a holistic healer and building an online profitable health coaching business, I invite you to come and check us out at www.aruka.com. You too can have a career helping people and making a difference in this world. and ushering in the future. Thomas Edison, the famous inventor and visionary, he said this. He said that the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. And that's exactly what health coaches do. Medical doctors actually do not do that. At least not most of them. Some of them do. Some good ones are out there. But this is what a health coach does. And also Hippocrates, the father of medicine, he said, the greatest medicine of all is teaching people how not to need it. Everyone has a doctor in him or her. We just have to help it in its work. And again, that is the health coaching model. We're there to inspire, educate, and support people to attain the holistic health and healing that they desire to achieve for themselves. The world is ready for a better holistic health and healing model. The world is ready for health coaches. If you would like to join in helping to pave our future, humanity's future, I invite you to visit our academy at www.arukah.com, ARUKAH.com. You can learn more about the Arukah Health Coach Certification Program through our virtual open house. And you can also schedule a discovery call to talk with me or another health coach to see if this could be the perfect career for you. Again, visit us at www.arukah.com, ARUKAH.com. Hope to see you on the other side.